Our war on British tyranny begins tonight. In Boston, brave men fight for the right to govern themselves. Tonight, we fight for freedom. As I bear witness to the sacrifice of this generation, I take great comfort in the memory of our forefathers. Those pioneering men who traveled to these shores seeking a new life. Like the intrepid Captain John Smith and his fellow settlers, we too seek a new world. Not only for ourselves, but for future generations of Americans. As I look back on their endeavors, at the unknown dangers that awaited the pioneers over every rise and behind every tree, I am reminded that I play but a small part in a much greater story.
Position! Immediately.
Ready yourselves, men! Fire! Stay behind cover, men!
Hello, this is Shooter X5 here. I'm basically going to be doing a tutorial on how to do all the episodes on Empire Total War. This is the first episode where you start off with a small army and you're on the New England attacking the natives, basically. I'm going to show you on how to fight battles with just men, cavalry, or maybe even and only artillery.
Steady!
Basically, with all infantry on this game, they have a red line, as you can see here, which has a range limit. If you want to order to attack, you have to press on the right finger on the unit that you want to attack. If you've ever played Roman Total War, it's a bit like that, but more modern and more updated, and a hell of a lot better graphics. Obviously, these guys aren't very strong at all, so they just run practically straight away into your lines, and now they're running. Oh no, maybe not. Some units have different ways of fighting. For here, I'm going to show you the controls. You got the old hold button, which will stop them doing anything straight away, which is this one here. My mouse is waving over. You have fire until will, or you have to have a fire where you can choose if you want them to fire or let them just fire randomly. To engage, you press the two knives.
Watch the trees, men!
And they all attack with their weapons. Maybe they're secondary. Sometimes they have pikes, which have spikes or any other equipment in. Obviously, at the moment, I have a very small force, as this is the first episode. It's basically trying to teach you on how to learn how to fight. Obviously, I have played the game before, so I know how to fight.
On the right!
But I'm teaching you guys, as you can obviously tell. Oh my god, where do these guys keep coming from? It's only like a small force. I would recommend buying the game if you like cities and where are you going? Fools. Obviously, to move units, it's identical to attack. Just place it on the board, and then they'll move with the green arrow, and it will show you roughly where they are.
Following orders.
Some game modes, obviously, you might have to keep changing, depending, obviously, if you're attacking the natives. They love to do hand-to-hand combat, so sometimes you just have to stick with the old hand-to-hand combat. Some units, for instance, I think they have bow and arrows over here. Oh, and some cavalry. I'm so scared. 3 units. But over here, they do have archers, so some do like to shoot long range. Most of the time, though, they will just stick with their axes, which most of the units are doing. Let's help them out. There's other things you can do. If you select more than one unit, you can hold them into specific groups. Specific groups would allow you to, what should we say, put them into separate groups. So if you had a huge army, let's say the whole of this was filled, you could put them into separate groups and order them to attack specific armies or move to specific areas. With any engaging army, you have obviously the run and the walk mode. Run bears the troops out. If you look on the left side here, it says that they are confident, so that means they've only lost from their fresh. It goes from fresh, confident, weariness to tiredness, they're very tired and exhausted. If they hit exhausted, it means they're less effective than they would be than they're fresh. So let's say they had a really good army soldier and your guys are fresh and they're knackered, you're more likely to do better than they are. Not saying that 100 guarantee, but you will kill more than the average normal troop. Each army usually starts with a certain amount of troops. Specifically, these ones start with 40, by the looks of it. Your general starts with 25, but with the general, he has extra morale. So basically, he has more morale than the average soldier. So he'll be able to engage quicker than other soldiers. I'm going to finish this. I seem to want to attack. Get off the old engage. If you upgrade the game eventually on the old Grand Campaign, if you ever play that, you can equip different, abilities, which we are to give them where maybe some soldiers shoot, as they do. They would then duck, reload, the next line shoots. I've had that ability if you've ever finished the Grand Campaign.
Yes, sir.
It's hard to get to if you want to do it on hard. I've managed to do it on hard once, and that was with the English. But otherwise, easy is just too easy. I have no idea. Everyone's running according to this map, and that usually ends the game, which it has done. I'm not going to continue, but you can continue in games to carry it on, to finish off the army, to make sure there's nothing left so they can't come back on the map and kill you. I'm going to end battle. You obviously say I won. Here's the results. So you basically tell how many men you lost, how many men you killed, and for some reason on my Steam account says I'm the Ganders, which is a bit stupid really. I've tried to change it to the Shooter X5, but for some reason it just will not allow me. So basically that's how to do a battle with just infantry, and it is on the episode on which I'm about to do for you guys, on the episode 1 on the road trails. So seeing you all soon.
From the very beginning, there have been hardships, irreplaceable losses. Brothers, fathers, sons lost to war, famine, and disease. And yet our forefathers endured, refusing to give up on the one thing they all believed in so fervently: freedom. Those brave men built a future from an inhospitable land, taming it and making it their own. But the wild land was not the only threat. The natives were a constant menace, lurking at their borders, always ready for battle. It became obvious that until borders were clearly established, peace would continue to be elusive.